Now on CoastTV News.
Keeping the roads safe, why it's important to take precautions before a snowstorm even begins.
It's a snowy evening here along the coast. I'll be tracking the wintry weather moving through, coming up in just a few moments.
It is. Berlin Sports Complex back on the table. The facilities that could be in store if approved.
The new Milford Food Bank officially opens. How the bigger facility will help serve families in need.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Working around the clock to make sure the roads are safe during bad weather. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with that first sight of snow on our coast this winter.
DelDOT trucks could be seen all over the county, getting the roads ready for that snow. Live in Georgetown is CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber. Elisa, you experienced firsthand how DelDOT prepares for these winter storms.
Mallory, it is cold outside, and as you can tell by my hair, it's snowing pretty heavy. But I am no stranger to snow plows and salt like this, because when I was growing up, I actually used to go salting and snow plowing with my dad when we would have snow days. But today, I got to see firsthand how DelDOT gets the roads ready. Working hard to keep the streets of Sussex County safe. That's why DelDOT began brining the roads as early as 7 a.m. on Monday. DelDOT says the purpose of brining the roads is it acts as something for the salt to stick to. Kenny Hudson, who has been snowplowing for 26 years, says while his job may look fun, it is actually very stressful.
When I was younger, it was exciting to come out and work in the snow, but yeah, as you get older, you're more worried about your safety, everybody else's safety, and just you think about more the safety aspects of everything, I think, as you get older.
One driver who is filling up his tank before weather conditions worsened says it's always good to be careful, even if the snow doesn't look too heavy.
Especially when there's snow accumulating on the ground and sticking. I think driving a little slower might be safe, or if you have a car that can handle the snow, better to use that than one that can't.
Cautiously enjoying the first snow of the year in Sussex County. If you're driving, always remember to be cautious of the roads, especially when it's dark out, and look out for snowplows. And don't forget, thank those who keep the roads safe. In Georgetown, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Some great advice there. Thank you, Elisa. We're taking a live look into Laurel right now. Let's check in with the man of the hour, meteorologist Alex Seymour, for a look on how much snow Delmarva can expect this evening. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. Well, we're certainly expecting several more hours of this snow to fall across Delmarva this evening. This event mainly going to be a problem over the next several hours. We're actually going to warm up during the overnight hours. So when you look at these snow totals, this is what we're expecting through about 9 to 10 p.m. this evening across much of the area. Once you get farther to the north, that's if you're traveling up towards the big cities, they'll still have to continue to deal with the snow into tomorrow morning. But here in Sussex County, Route 9 north, 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. That is between now and about 9 to 10 p.m. this evening. South of that Route 9 corridor, so Salisbury over towards Millsboro and Selbyville, Fenwick Island, Bethany Beach area, a dusting to an inch of snow, and points further south also about a dusting to an inch of snow. That is not a whole lot of snow, but it certainly is enough to cause some issues, especially when we're seeing those temperatures as cold as they are this evening. Right now, as I take a live look out on our gutter helmet camera at the Ocean View VFW, snow already coating the ground and the beach there in Ocean View. Temp sitting right around 31 degrees, so we're below freezing, so that snow is sticking. And now that we're losing that daytime light, it's going to start to stick to those roads. So the next few hours, you certainly need to take it slow as you're hitting those roadways. We are starting to see some heavier banding of snow occurring along Route 113, Route 24 corridor. That is going to continue to intensify through the next several hours. I'll have more on this coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. In Berlin, the snow began to fall this afternoon. Here you can see some snow flurries falling down with gloomy skies back there.
And this snowstorm, it's moving across the country. Here you can see the cloudy, snow-filled skies in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can see a couple cars making their way across the highway that is coated with snow.
And here is a snow-covered fountain in North Texas this morning. You can see the coat of snow completely iced over the fountain.
Which brings us right into our Coast TV poll. What we want to know is, how do you feel about all this snowfall? Let's take a look at the results.
Look at your screen here. We have 71% of people who voted say they love it. 29% hate snow. For me, it's situational. It depends on if I have to go somewhere in the snow.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. If I've got to get somewhere, maybe if I'm going skiing, my feelings might be different one day or another. If you haven't voted, you still can. Go to coasttvnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
If you were shopping at the Salvation Army in Salisbury today, you may have seen an extra entrance. Take a look at this. This was the scene after a car crashed into the Salvation Army on East Vine Street this morning. You can see here that the car crashed into a window. The fire department has not yet released if anyone was hurt.
Photos of a crash that happened on Del Mar on Conley Mill Road just before 2 p.m. on Sunday. There you go, right there. Del Mar police say a person was trapped inside the car. On your screen, you can see the damage to the windshield, how the car hit a tree. Police say the person was removed in just about 10 minutes.
The first votes of the 2024 presidential campaign are being cast today in the First in the Nation caucus. Iowa voters will weigh in on who they think the Republican nominee should be. Despite his legal woes, former President Trump is leading the pack by double digits in the final Iowa poll ahead of tonight's caucus. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are vying for second place.
It's the coldest Iowa caucus day on record, capping off months of candidates crisscrossing the Hawkeye state in search of support.
So I'm asking you all tonight on a cold day to do your part.
I'm running on your issues and your family's issues and solely to turn this country around.
We have an option to either go back to the past and deal with the names of Trump and Biden in the past, or we can go forward in the future.
Former President Trump holds a commanding lead over his Republican rivals.
I think it's going to be very close to record-setting, maybe even record-setting.
Still, the GOP frontrunner not taking any chances, encouraging Iowans to show up.
You can't sit home. If you're sick as a dog, you say, darling, I got to beg.
Our latest NBC News poll with the Des Moines Register and Mediacom shows Trump with the support of 48% of likely caucus goers ahead of tonight's contest.
If someone is not a Trump supporter, they're not my friend. So my friends love Trump.
But not everyone feels that way.
Iowa seems so much for Trump. We want to get there and put our voice heard for a non-Trump candidate.
Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis both positioning themselves as the best alternative to the former president in what appears to be a race for runner-up, hoping voters brave the freezing temperatures as the battle for the Republican nomination heats up. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And with all that in mind, former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan throwing his support behind presidential candidate Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley's got all the momentum, and what this race is really all about is to try to nominate the strongest possible nominee for November. It's time for the party to get behind Nikki Haley.
Hogan's support comes the day before, or well, it did come yesterday. We are now the day of the Iowa caucus, and what many wonder is what the former governor's own future holds. He recently tendered his resignation from the third-party group No Labels, but it's unclear just what that means.
President Biden's re-election campaign says it raised more than $97 million in the fourth quarter. The campaign also says that it entered the election year with $117 million. As far as the Republican candidates go, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley's campaign says it raised $24 million in the fourth quarter. Neither former President Trump nor Florida Governor Ron DeSantis have yet to release their fourth quarter fundraising figures.
In Delaware tonight, we begin our series, Decision 2024 Preview Week. And on Coast TV News at 6, Coast TV anchor Matt Pensick, he's going to be taking a look at the governor's race in the state With John Carney in the final year of his term, it will be an open seat in this election season. It is the first of 4 installments of Decision 2024 Preview Week, and it is tonight. That's when it begins at 6.
A long-discussed sports complex in Berlin is back on the table. Mayor Zach Tindall is sending a letter to the Maryland Department of Budget and Management requesting $1.2 million in state funding. That money would be used to perform a site assessment and start the preliminary design of a youth sports complex. The Berlin and Ocean City Councils have approved the move by the mayor.
That would be good for the children, it'd be good for the seniors, it'd be good for everybody.
I hope it goes through. I've heard that it was voted down, but if it's back on the table, I'm all for it.
If approved, the sports complex would include 8 to 10 tournament-quality multi-purpose fields, jogging trails, a playground, and restrooms.
A new 70,000 square foot building for the Food Bank of Delaware was unveiled today in Milford. The completion of the project comes after about 3 years of fundraising and construction. The new facility allows for one central location for volunteers to gather and distribute food, store donations, and teach others how to cook safely. An on-site CAF will give students an additional opportunity to grow in the culinary industry. Volunteers like Sarah Biondello says that it will help them help others more efficiently.
It's going to be great. Not only the size, but before we were in 2 different buildings. So the warehouse and the volunteer room and the offices were in one building, and then the pantry, which is what this is, was in a separate building. And so now we're connected, and for volunteers it's going to be great, because if we're here and they need more help over there, we can just go over there, or we can kind of run back and forth.
The Milford Food Bank is now taking applications for the next culinary class. That begins January 29th.
Have you ever thought of becoming a foster parent? Tomorrow, foster care coordinators for the Delaware Division of Family Services will be holding a virtual information session. This is from 6 to 9 p.m. for families who are interested in becoming foster parents in Sussex and Kent County. You can register for this event on the state's website. We're thrilled to announce that CoastTV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC, or you can scan the QR code appearing on your screen.
Flights canceled across the country. That's due to the snowstorms, airports that were hit the hardest.
Well, it's a snowy evening here along the coast. I'll be tracking all the winter weather coming up in just a few minutes.
At first, celebrating Martin Luther King Jr., how his son honored his legacy at an event in Washington, D.C. today. That's up next.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. In my law practice, we represent people who've been injured in accidents. One type of case we frequently handle is dog bite and dog knockdown injury cases. The dog owner's homeowner's insurance will often pay significant cash compensation to folks injured by a dog. If this has happened to you, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 4.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Harrison Senior Living has made it our mission to provide caring and nurturing communities for 50 years. John B. Parsons location accommodates residents on an historic estate in the heart of Salisbury. With a variety of amenities, activities, and services, you can have complete peace of mind knowing that we treat all of our residents like family. Caring for aging loved ones is difficult, but the supportive staff at Harrison Senior Living is there to help. Harrison Senior Living, our family taking care of yours since 1972.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Of course, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and there were many events around the country to honor the civil rights leader's memory.
In Washington, D.C., it was the 10th annual Day of Reflection and Reconciliation held at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial on the National Mall this morning.
This event included a prayer, singing, notable speakers, and a wreath-laying ceremony to recognize Dr. King Jr.'s life and legacy.
His son, Martin III, says that his father's words still ring true today.
One of the most appropriate quotes, partially on this memorial, is finding a way to hew out of a mountain of despair a stone of hope. And particularly in light of where we are today in our nation and world.
For the past decade, more than 3 million people have visited the memorial on the National Mall every year, making it one of the must-see destinations in our nation's capital.
Well, cold and snowy weather will continue all the way through the weekend. I'll let you know just how cold it will get and when we'll be seeing that snow falling. Coming up just after the break.
At Tidal Health, we're with you at every step. When you need hip or knee replacement surgery, choose the area's most experienced orthopedic robotic surgeon. Choose Dr. William Duran. His robotic surgery techniques lead to less pain and quicker recovery, meaning you'll be back on your feet doing what you love in no time. At Tidal Health, we know the value of having high-quality, world-class care right in your backyard, so we invest in it. Visit TidalHealth.org/experience to learn more.
No one ever thinks they need an injury lawyer until they do. And for most people, that's the worst day of their lives. I have dedicated the last 24 years of my career to helping people put their lives back together. Sometimes this is making sure medical bills and lost wages are paid. In other cases, this may mean millions of dollars in compensation. Whether your case is big or small, you need an advocate protecting your rights. Our firm can help. Call Behrman, Dallas, Brockstead, Federico. Right lawyers, right now.
Get your photos off your phone and have a Shutterfly designer create your photo book in just 24 hours for free. Get your photos off your phone and get 40% off everything with code PB40.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Whalers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Willards, where people matter.
93.5 The Beach.
In 2 days, they did this work, which was fantastic. Put in a brand new grab bars, a docking station, and a bench to my height. I think Coastal Bath is an oh my gosh and a wow. They do an awesome job.
It's our annual New Year savings. Take $2,024 off your new bathroom project and no payments and no interest until 2025. Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
Track the storm with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team.
It's a snowy evening here along the coast. We've been dealing with that snow for several hours. Really, it started around 1 p.m. this afternoon and has continued through this evening. And we're going to continue to deal with that for several more hours. Before all is said and done, this is what we're expecting snowfall total-wise, about a dusting to an inch of snow. We've already hit the dusting mark, so many of us are going to end up close to that 1 inch mark from that Route 9 corridor south. Right along the Route 9 corridor. That includes Lewis, that includes Georgetown, south and west towards Laurel, 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then points north, 1 to 3 inches of snow is expected. That is through about 9 to 10 p.m. this evening. After that, we're actually going to see our temperatures start to rise overnight. So enjoy the snow while it's falling now. just try to avoid those roadways the next couple of hours. Now that the sun is going down, we're losing that daytime lighting. The roads are going to start to get a bit slippery out there. Right now, Tindall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel this evening. You see the snow coating the ground. It is coming down. Looks like a winter wonderland out there. Temperature sitting right around 28 degrees, so it's plenty cold for that snow to stick, and that is going to continue to be the case through about 9 p.m. But the temperatures, as I said, will start to rise overnight. So by Tuesday morning's commute, we shouldn't be dealing with any of those slippery roadways. Satellite radar picture. Well, here we go. We've got the snow continuing to move through the area. Some heavier bands of snow right there around the Indian River Inlet, north towards Dewey Beach. Another heavier band of snow across Worcester County that is south towards Berlin. That is moving north, so that is going to start to move into Sussex County over the next hour or so. So we're going to continue with just these bands of snow passing through the region for the next several hours as this area of low pressure just kind of slides across the region. But that warm front is going to lift north, so at some point this evening, after about 9 to 10 p.m., the rain and snow is actually going to start to lift to our north, so that's why we're going to start to see the snow come to an end. Temperature-wise, it's going to stay cold for the next several hours. We're in the 20s and 30s, so everybody's still below freezing or right around that freezing mark, 32 degrees in Ocean City. That's allowing that snow to stick to those roads, stick to the grounds, and that's going to be the case through about 9 to 10 p.m. And then those temperatures start to rise. These winds, they're out of the northeast right now. They're going to start to switch out of the south later on. That's why we see those temps rise. So by 8 p.m., still snowing across the region. Northern Sussex County especially still snowing at about 8 p.m. And then by the morning hours, take a look at this. We're actually showing the chance of some rain showers passing through the region. These temperatures, 41 in Rehoboth Beach, 45 Fenwick Island, 39 in Georgetown. So inland, still in the 30s, beaches though in the 40s. We deal with those rain showers throughout much of the morning hours. It may actually briefly transition back over to snow showers early Tuesday afternoon as cold air starts to rush back in. We'll be down into the low 30s by Tuesday afternoon. By Wednesday morning, we're going to be down into the mid-teens. It is going to be brutally cold. Wind chills, take a look at this. Wind chills by Wednesday morning, going to be down into the single digits. Feels like 2 degrees in Dewey Beach, 4 degrees in Milton. And then we have more wintry weather on the way for the second half of the week. By Friday, another area of low pressure will be passing through the region. Right now, it still looks pretty weak. That's going to be moving through the area, but another round of light snow certainly looking possible by the end of the week. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Rain and snow showers Tuesday. Those temps 40 degrees in the morning, falling into the low 30s. Stays cold throughout much of the week into next weekend, and then more light snow, as I said, on Friday.
Thank you, Alex. And speaking of the weather, the severe and snowy weather that is forecasted has caused travel headaches nationwide. More than 2,000 flights canceled today alone. That's according to the FlightAware tracking site. This is the fourth time in as many days with at least 1,300 planes not taking off due to bad weather. Among the airports hit especially hard, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, and Nashville.
Coming up, Dewey Beach's beautification, how the marketing committee is looking to refurbish the town. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Simplify your kitchen with a pull-out trash can, organized spice rack, or sliding shelves.
At Paul Davis, we designed your kitchen to work with your life.
And Paul Davis won't tear out your kitchen, so you don't have to worry about months of disruption. And you'll save money.
Instead, let us reface your kitchen cabinets in the latest style and color in just 3 days.
Right now, Paul Davis is offering free installation with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
We'll come see you as soon as tomorrow or visit our new showroom in Salisbury. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
I have the best taste on this desk.
All right, we've got a show to do.
AGT Fantasy League, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Night Court marches in with an all-new season.
Dance, smile. Don't show teeth.
Full of laughter and surprises.
Daughter of a magician.
Co-worker of lunatics.
A new Night Court, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signias even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about massed audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Beautification in Dewey Beach tomorrow on Tuesday, January 16th. The marketing committee will be holding a meeting to discuss and possibly to vote and recommend a Dewey in Bloom project to the town commissioners as part of the town beautification project. This meeting will be held at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station at 5:30 p.m.
The Wicomico County Health Department wants to hear from you. The department is asking people to complete the 2024 Wicomico County Hazard Mitigation and Resilience Plan public survey. Locals can share their thoughts on natural disasters or disease outbreaks that could happen in the county. This helps the department learn different perspectives and levels of concern. The survey is just 9 questions and it can be found on the Health Department's Facebook page.
There's just 1 day left to apply for the open position on the Dagsboro Planning and Zoning Commission. Applications must be received at the Dagsboro Town Hall no later than January 16th. That's tomorrow by 4:30 p.m. The town said those applying for the position must live or be a property owner in Dagsboro for at least 3 years. And we're going to be right back.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
There are many signs that can indicate your loved ones are struggling to take care of themselves. Poor hygiene, a messy house, unexplained weight loss, the list goes on. In-home care is a delicate subject, but can greatly improve their quality of life. Express your concerns without accusing. Involve them in decisions and enlist the help of others.
Homewell Care Services provides quality in-home care 24/7 or short-term care when you need it most. To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
From the ground, your roof may appear to be in good condition, but what's really going on up there? At Precision Exteriors, we use cutting-edge drone technology to conduct a free 21-point roof inspection, detailing what's good or not so good about your roof. Got storm damage? We are experts working with insurance companies to quickly repair any damage.
I highly recommend Precision Exteriors. They've done 3 roofs for us and done an excellent job.
Measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Have you bought a house in the last decade, but it's just not quite big enough? At Paul Davis, we can design and build you a brand new addition or remodel your whole home from start to finish. With over 50 years experience of building and restoring homes, we've made the process quick and easy while making it affordable. Call Paul Davis today and one of our design consultants can be at your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free estimate for your new addition or whole home remodel. Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury, Maryland, 100 Marvel Road.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 4.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
We're seeing snowy scenes all across Delmarva this evening on our Bay Health Kent campus camera in Dover. Snow coating the ground. Temps right around 27 degrees. Going to be dealing with this snow through about 9 to 10 p.m. this evening across Sussex County and points south before it begins to taper off. So be safe if you are hitting those roadways. Stays cold throughout much of this week, and we've got more snow on the way as we head towards Friday. Take a look at some of these daytime highs. Talk about highs below freezing 3 out of the next 7 days.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.